Hi guys, and welcome to this video. I never introduced myself. I'm Marielle, but I hope you know that coming to this video. I've shuffled things around. So today was going to be HIIT Power Yoga, day 7, but I'm actually going to push that video to tomorrow because you guys have been doing such a great job, and we haven't really done anything a little bit slower. A little bit focused on stretching and just taking things down. And as it's Sunday and the halfway mark, I'm moving things around. So tomorrow, when you get your HIIT video, which is perfect to kickstart the week, I'm going to be talking about day 7. Don't freak out. It is actually day 8. Thank you so much for making it to the halfway mark. How cool. I didn't realize just how long 14 days can actually be. But we're doing great. My body's feeling great. I've been grateful for the challenge. So let's get going. We are going to start off comfortably seated. So again, today is a much slower flow. So not really focusing on anything crazy, but I'll still keep with my hopefully somewhat creative transitions as we move through a gentler flow. So just taking a moment to find a comfortable seated position. Feel free to maybe close your eyes for a second and just tune into your body, into your breath. In yoga, we're always facing these sort of dual opposing forces. So when you're looking at your positions, you want those sensations of pressing down but also lifting up and pushing out to the sides when your arms are long. So while we're seated, just really grounding through the sitting bones, but growing taller through the crown of the head. And drawing the belly, sort of navel and ribs inwards, slowing the breath down. And then gently blinking the eyes open. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms high to the sky. And bring that right forearm onto the ground, reaching the left arm across. Now, as you bring that left arm across, press into the right hand. You don't have to lower the forearm completely. I can't. Open up through the left shoulder. So don't round as you come over, but really open and just give yourself a nice stretch through the left-hand side of your body. Notice that staying here for a couple of breaths, the weight of your upper body starts to lower that forearm onto the ground. Really pulling the left hip downwards. Taking one more breath here. Slowly starting to lift yourself up, releasing the left hand to your right knee, and then taking your right hand behind you. So when we come into these types of twists, see if you can press into the right hand to grow a little taller, and then press into the left hand so you can twist a little deeper. One more breath here. And slowly coming back to center. We're going to reach the arms high to the sky. And then do the other side. We're going to take that left hand to the left-hand side, right arm across to the left. Push into that left hand so you get a little bit of lift. And then reach with the right hand. So we get a beautiful stretch through the right side, opening up through that right shoulder. With the neck, always remember whatever feels good to you, so you could look down, sideways, or up. Taking one more breath here. Slowly releasing, coming back up, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Once again, pressing into the left hand to grow taller, pressing into the right hand to twist a little deeper. One more breath. And coming back to center. Sweeping the arms high up to the sky with the inhale, bringing your hands behind your head, interlacing the fingers. And let's just inhale to open up the chest, open up through that heart space, elbows away from one another. And then as you exhale, draw the elbows towards one another, chin towards your chest. We inhale, open. And exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, close. Inhale, come back to neutral. We're going to roll over our knees, shift our body weight forward, and come into a nice tabletop position. So moving through some normal cat-cows initially. So again, we've been through this in some of my earlier videos, but hands-shoulder distance, making sure that the wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, knees hip distance apart. I like to tuck my toes for better grip. As you inhale, drop the belly, but as you drop the belly, mindfully tilt the pelvis, so Beyonce that butt, open up through the chest, externally rotate. So remember what we were saying about those rep triceps, pull the shoulders back. So as you pull the shoulders back, you want that sensation that you're squeezing your palms towards your knees, and then you lengthen the gaze maybe upwards, crown of the head reaches up, get a nice stretch through the abdominal wall. And with the exhale, we're going to reverse. So tuck the pelvis, round out through the spine, push the ground away, draw your chin towards your chest. So moving nice and slow, inhaling, dropping the belly, tilting the pelvis, lifting the gaze, and exhaling, rounding out through that spine, push the ground away. One last time. We inhale and exhale. All right, find that neutral spine. Right leg reaches long. So keep the ribs and the belly drawn in. The right foot is flexed, right toes point down. You're pressing the heel away from the body. Try to shift the weight ever so slightly over towards the right. Taking an inhale here. As you exhale, point your toes, round out through the spine, draw that knee towards your nose. We inhale, flex the foot, press the foot and the heel back. Exhale, point the toes, round out through the spine. One last time, inhale. And exhale. Now hold the exhale, pointing the toes, rounding out through the spine, and see if you can thread your right leg over the left. Release your back toe and walk your hands so that you come to seated cow face pose. Now, I really don't know why they call it cow face pose, but there you go, they do. Right knee is on top of left. Try to draw, and again, if your knee's up here, that's fine. Go as far as feels good for you. You should feel a little bit of a nice stretch on the outside of that right leg. Try to keep both sitting bones pulling downwards and heels drawing in or out, whatever works for you. We're going to take our left hand to our right ankle. Are we going to do that? Yes or yes. Sorry, it takes me a while sometimes to figure these things out. Yeah, no, we're going to bring our right hand to our left ankle because it feels better to me. And then bring your left hand onto your head, drawing your ear towards the left-hand side, giving yourself, I do this all the time. I'm like, do I prefer it this way? Yeah, I do. Sorry, guys. Change it up. Left hand to right ankle, right hand to your head. Bring your right ear. At least you know where we're going on the other side. So there you go. But allowing just a couple of moments here. And what I want you to do is with your left hand on your right ankle, I want you to kind of push that foot away. As you push that foot away, you're drawing that left shoulder downwards and just getting a bit of a deeper stretch into the neck. Obviously, the weight of your right hand allows your ear to drop closer towards your right shoulder. And breathing here. And then releasing the right hand, but actually taking it behind your head. we're going to bring our chin towards our right collarbone. And just give yourself a different stretch here. So for me, I feel a little bit more into the traps. One more breath. Slowly releasing the head. Now this is always a fun one to do because it is. We're going to walk our hands towards the left. Now firmly planting into the outer edges of your feet. We are going to unravel our legs, turn ourselves all the way around, and then come back to seated, left knee over right. So any wiggling and jiggling that you need to do to settle yourself. Okay, all of those opposites. Now, I want you to bring your right hand to your left ankle, left hand to your head, drawing your left ear towards your left shoulder. You might want to like wiggle it around because I'm like, which side did I do? No, yeah, it was. I'm not going to lie, I'm recording this quite early in the morning. And I could definitely, you can definitely tell that it's early in the morning. But it's nice. We're all in this together. So again, that sensation of pushing right hand into left ankle so that the right shoulder lowers. And then the weight of that left hand drawing your left ear towards your left shoulder. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. Releasing the hand, bringing it behind your head, and then drawing your chin towards your left collarbone. And always being a witness, just noticing where you're feeling this in the body. Noticing where your mind is wandering, can you bring it back to the present moment? Come back to your breath. And then slowly release yourself back up. So we are in our cow face pose. Coming back to where we were, but changing sides, I want you to walk your hands forward. Slide that right foot back and bring that left knee in towards your nose. Push the ground away. We're going to inhale, lengthen that left leg long, flex your foot, press the foot away. And then exhale, point your toe, round out through the spine. Knee to nose. Inhale, we lengthen. And exhale, close. We'll do that one last time. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly bring that left knee to meet the right. Toes are tucked. Bring your hips towards your heels. Start to lift the knees and straighten out through the legs. Find your downward facing dog. Anything you need to do to get comfortable in your down dog, pedal out the feet. Bend one knee, bend the other, sway the hips, shake out the head. Anytime you practice with me, and some of you may have already practiced with me today or be practicing with me today as I teach my live mandala class, but I'll always remind you at this point to move in a way that works for you and your body today. All right. We're going to reach the right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. I'd like you to try and square your shoulders forward. So a lot of times when we open up our hip, we want to start to gaze underneath that right armpit. But just for this moment, square the shoulders off and then open up the hip, so getting a slightly deeper stretch. Take a moment to do little circles with your foot in one direction and then going in the other direction. And then let's draw circles with our hip, with our knee. Once again, going in one direction first and then changing that direction, going the other way. Take one more breath with your knee bent, and then bring your knee towards your nose. Find your tiger pose, flex your foot, and step that foot between your hands. We're going to release the left knee down to the ground. Release your toes if it works for you. We're going to drop into the hips, but I don't want you to completely lose the strength. So keep squeezing feet towards one another and float your arms up towards the sky. Beautiful. So finding that length through your left hip flexor, drawing the ribs and the belly in. We're going to cactus our arms as we open up the chest and exhale. And then inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. We exhale. Inhale, sweep them forward and up. Last time, exhale. Inhale, sweep forward and up. And as you exhale, just circle the arms to the ground. Straighten out through your right leg. Right toes point up towards the sky. So the more we flex into our foot, the more we pull into the back of the leg. Lengthening out through the spine takes us a little further into those hamstrings. You can feel free to tuck the toes if it adds support. And just drawing the belly inwards, but then reaching the belly downwards. We energetically pull the right heel towards our body so we square off through our hips. Take one more breath here. Releasing left hand or fingertips onto the ground or a block if you would like added height. Right arm is going to float up to the sky. Give yourself a lovely little side stretch, a little twist. So again, keep pulling that right heel in as you open up through the right shoulder, pressing firmly into the left hand. One more breath here. Now make sure that the back toes are tucked. One of my favorite little transitions. We're going to start to lower the right hand down on the inside of our right leg, lift the left knee up, and turn to the left side of your mat, coming into a wide leg forward fold. We inhale to a long spine, and as you exhale, forward fold to the ground. Making sure that your hands are in line with your feet, the head and the neck fully relax, and you're shifting your body weight into the balls of the feet. Feeling the stretch through the backs of the legs, using the grip of your fingertips to help pull the crown of the head a little closer to the ground, maybe a little closer towards your hands and your feet. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly finding that halfway lift, walking the hands forward, lengthening out through the spine. And then walk your hands to the top of the mat. I'm going to challenge some of you to keep the legs straight, but some of you will bend your knee and then start to straighten out through that leg, only taking it as far as you can go. Finding a wide-legged pyramid pose. So we're not bringing the feet closer together for this one, and we're keeping the back heel lifting as high as it'll go. So as if you were wearing the highest heels, even if you're a man, that you own, pulling your right hip back and melting your chest over that right leg. Even the option to bend into that back knee and lift the toes up if you'd like something a little bit different. You can always move through this. Beautiful, guys. One more breath wherever you are. And then bending into the knee, planting the hands, stepping the right foot back, taking a moment in your plank position, strong plank, rounded shoulders, and just lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin or the forehead. Elbows squeeze in as you ripple out through the spine. Open the heart, squeeze palms and shoulders back, lengthen through the crown. And then bring the hips towards the heels, lift the knees, downward facing dog. Left leg floats high to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hips, square the shoulders off to the front. Let's draw little circles with our foot going in one direction first, and then changing directions as it goes the other way. And then do the same with your knee, your hip. Nice big circles in one direction first, and then going the other way. Lovely. Find the opening one last time. Take a breath here. And then draw that left knee towards your nose. Flex your foot. Step the foot between your hands. Even if you have to lift that hand up initially, even if you have to grab your foot and bring it forward, that's fine. Lower the back knee down, option to release the back toes. Squeeze the feet towards one another, and then float the arms up. So I mentioned this a lot, but it's really important. We're shifting our body weight forward, but we're not completely collapsing down. We're still keeping that engagement, and it's actually through that engagement that we get a deeper stretch into our right hip flexor. Take an inhale as the ribs and the belly draw in. As you exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart, and then sweep the arms forward and up. We inhale. Exhale, we cactus and open. Inhale, sweep forward and up. Last time, cactus. Inhale. All right, circle the arms however you want to bring them down to the ground. Shift your weight back. Again, option to tuck those back toes now or in a moment. Flex your left foot. Toes pointing high up towards the sky. Left hip draws in. Ribs and belly are in, but then everything lowers down towards that left thigh. Try to keep the spine long. So if you're starting to curve, come up a little bit higher. Maintain that length and melt. Beautiful. Taking one more breath here. Planting the right hand down, left arm up to the sky. We enjoy a little twist. Same dynamic. Press into the right hand to lift a little taller. Open up through that left shoulder and pull your left hip back. It's a really yummy stretch. Taking one more breath where you are. And then lowering the left hand inside that left foot, we start to lift the right knee, turn to the right hand side. Hands in line with our feet. We inhale to a long spine and exhale, fold. So this time, if you'd like something a little bit different, you can actually walk your fingertips through your legs and then really use your fingertips as grips once again to keep pulling the head a little further towards and between the legs, shifting the body weight into the balls of the feet. Beautiful, guys. We take one more breath in our forward fold. And then slowly start to walk the hands back. Find that halfway lift with your inhale. And then exhale to the top of your mat, framing that left leg once again and straightening both of your legs. So the right heel lifts up off the ground. Left hip pulls back, wide leg pyramid pose. If you need support, you can always grab books or blocks. Pull the left hip inward, square off through the hips, and we fold over that left leg. Using the height that you get with that right heel lifting as high as it'll go to find a little bit of lift and shift forward through the upper body and then melt over that left leg. Options once again to bend the back knee and lift the left toes if you want to move through something, or you can stay fixed wherever you are. Taking one more breath. And then bending into that left knee, planting your hands firmly down, taking the left foot behind you, finding your plank position, holding your plank position. Take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, lower the knees, lower the chest, lower the chin or the forehead, and ripple yourself forward. Find your low cobra. Tuck the toes, hips to heels, downward facing dog. Beautifully done, guys. All right. Inhale, right leg reaches high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Flex your foot and step your foot to the outside of your right hand. Release the left knee down. Untuck your back toes. We're in our lizard lunge. Option to stay here. Option to drop the forearms onto the ground. Final option, which changes the stretch a little bit, is to come onto the outer edge of your right foot, whether you are on your forearms or on your hands, and reach that right hand towards your left foot. So coming into what's often called a monkey stretch. If you are in that monkey stretch, really opening up through that right shoulder. Taking one more breath here. Beautiful. Releasing that left foot. If you're holding it, coming back onto the hands if you're on the forearms. Now, option here to either wiggle the right foot across or to come back into a three-leg down dog, reposition, shin to the floor. And we'll take a quick pigeon prep pose. So inhale to open the heart and exhale to release yourself down over that right shin. Now I'm lifting myself up just so I can speak and that my mouth isn't in my microphone, but I'd like you guys to fully release your upper body. So notice if you are putting pressure into those elbows, if you have a block in particular, but again, books work fine, that you can place over your forehead so that you can release the upper body. A lot of times we use the weight of the upper body into the elbows to release some of the weight that we're feeling in the hips. But it's really important for you to let go in these poses, to really surrender. We're almost at the end of our practice. So just taking one more breath where you are. Slowly lifting yourself up, planting the hands, tucking the back toes under, reaching that right leg up, and then releasing it back down to the ground. We float the left leg high to the sky as we inhale. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Flex your foot, and then step that left foot to the outside of your left hand. Releasing the right knee down to the ground. Untucking the back toes. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you lower onto your forearms. Maybe you take that monkey stretch. So whatever, try all three of them really. Because it's always nice to see which stretch kind of resonates with your body today, which stretch your body's like, oh yeah, that one. And then when you find it, just really try to melt into it. To really shift your focus to your breath. As I always say, your inhales breathing space, your exhales letting go. One more breath here. Releasing the back foot if you're holding onto it. Coming back onto your hands if you're on your forearms. Once again, you can either wiggle that left foot across your body, or you can move through a three-leg down dog and release your shin back down. As we take an inhale to square off the hips and open up through the heart, and exhale, bring yourself down. Again, if there's any pain in the knee, please take a reclined position instead. Otherwise, make sure that you're not clenching your jaw, as there's a connection between our jaw and our hips. You're not tensing any body muscles or putting weight anywhere else, so that you can really allow yourself to just let go. Taking one more breath where you are. And then slowly peeling yourself back up. This time I'd like you to shift your body weight over towards the left, grab onto your right thigh and pull that right leg around. Bend both knees, feet are hip distance apart, arms reach out, and just draw your chin towards your chest as we roll ourselves down, vertebra by vertebra, coming onto our back, hugging our knees in towards our chest. Option to take some spinal twists here. Option to just come into a nice Shavasana. Again, 30 minutes always go by so incredibly fast. I'll allow the screen to go dark for a few minutes so you don't get disturbed with any next video. But otherwise, I hope that you enjoyed this slightly slower practice today. Tomorrow we are kicking it up full speed by moving on to our HIIT Power Yoga class. Those are some of my favorite classes. I really, really do hope that you enjoy it. Thank you, as always, for joining me, for supporting me, for being a part of this challenge. I'm so glad that we're in this together. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.